Hey everybody, it's Frozen with Outdoor Adventures, and I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. 2019 is already looking to be a great year for me, and I hope it is a great year for you as well. So with that being said, let's get right into this video. What I'd like to accomplish today is talk a little bit about what I've been doing and what I continue to do as far as physical and mental prep for my Appalachian Trail through hike, which starts on February 23rd. So for this past year, probably around February is whenever I kind of had the idea that, okay, this is going to happen next year. So let's start preparing for this. So what I started doing was I started working on weak parts of my body that I knew could possibly give me a problem. Those parts include my lower back, my feet, my knees, and my IT band, as well as working on cardio when I could. But at the beginning of the year, what I really wanted to do is I wanted to focus on building up my muscle groups in those areas, because those are the areas that I feel like I have the most problem with. With my lower back, most of it is fixed in a hammock, but when I go to the ground, I usually wake up pretty sore. I'm not sure why that is. It's just probably the curvature of my back or something like that. With my knees always kind of give me problems through the IT band, which is a tendon that runs from your outside of your knee all the way almost up to your glute, your butt, and it connects with two muscles in kind of like a V shaped. What happens and why the IT band gives people problems is one of those two muscles are less built up than the other one that the IT band is connected to. So to remedy that, basically you just have to strengthen the muscle that's weaker. Now, a lot of people tend to just use a foam roller. I really recommend that as well to kind of relieve some pain, but it will not fix your issue. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. The only reason that I know that is because that's what a physical therapist told me whenever I really injured myself, because I had no idea about the IT band up to this point. My first year of backpacking, we did a winter trip, and I was stepping over probably about 2 feet of snow. I had no idea about the IT band, no idea that I had the issue. And about 4 miles away from the car, I couldn't walk. I was looking at the guys that I was with, and I'm just like, guys, I don't know if I can hike out of here. So with their help, I was able to get out, and immediately I went over to physical therapy. Anyway, that's what my physical therapist told me. So it's been working out a lot better now that the muscle group has been built up, but it's really still something that I worry about when I hit the trail. So on top of building up those problem areas, muscular training, strength lifting, I've also been doing IT band rehab routines. And there's a great video that I'll link in this video. If anyone's having problems with this, you do this every other day for about a month, and you should have your injuries go away very quickly. Anyway, it consists of a lot of, like I said, those muscles in your butt and your glutes. A lot of strengthening of those muscles, a lot of building up, and man, I'll tell you what, you go through that workout once with a resistance band, and it hurts. It really hurts to push and complete that training regimen. So what I do is I'm up to a medium band now. I started with a lighter weight, and I continue to increase the band resistance, or the weight capacity, I guess you want to call it, of the actual band. And what I'm talking about with bands, it's just a big stretchy rubber band pretty much you get at a sports training store. I got mine off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description box below if you want to try them out as well. So from the beginning of the year, strength exercising and IT band training. So building up the IT band area, not the IT band itself, because that's a tendon. You can't build that up, but the muscles that it connects to. Toward the summer of this year, I started going on what I called challenge hikes. It's basically, I took the hikes that gave me the most trouble, subtracted a day off of those hikes, and tried to hike them. I did the 42-mile Black Forest Trail in Acton State Forest in north central-ish PA. And I ended up getting injured on that trail because I slipped, and I fell pretty hard on my hip. I slipped on an acorn, if you can believe that. There was just tons of acorns going down this hill. It was rocky, and I just wiped out. There's nothing I could do. I just completely wiped out. So that gave me problems for quite a while. I had to stop the strength exercising just because, I was working on my legs primarily, because that's, my weak point there in my lower back, and I just didn't feel comfortable doing the strength exercising. So I stopped all workouts and rested for about 3 weeks, felt a lot better, and then went on another challenge hike, which I consider still to this day to be my most challenging hike I've ever done. It was the hardest hike I've done to date, even harder than our 14-day trip to the Superior Hiking Trail, called the Laurel Highlands Hiking Trail, that I had originally done my first year of backpacking in 6 days. The year following, I ended up doing it in 4 days, and I really wanted to push myself to do it in 3. So we were averaging over 22 miles a day. And on day 2, I slipped with the same leg that I hurt on the Black Forest Trail, and I slipped off a bridge, a little bridge that went over a little water source. So nothing crazy. Foot went right in the water, ended up twisting my knee, twisting my ankle pretty bad. And I honestly, from that, I had to take a lot of time off. I had to stop pushing myself. I stopped workouts completely. And every day I made sure to kind of roll that area out, even though it was very, very painstaking. Like, it hurt really bad, trust me. So that brings me to where I am today. I'm still kind of resting a problematic knee injury that came about from the Laurel Highlands Hiking Trail. Now, I haven't seen a doctor yet. I've seen a chiropractor and I've gotten x-rays, and it shows that there's nothing wrong. So every day this knee injury keeps getting better and better, and I'd say it's almost healed. I think by the time, well, I want to say I'm pretty sure by the time that I hit the Appalachian Trail, this will be all healed up. So I'm not really worried about it. So what I did is, a week and a half ago, I started my workout training that I had done for the Superior Hiking Trail, because I know it works. And that training is a beach body program called Insanity with the instructor. His name is Sean T. I'm sure some of you have heard of him. Now, I'm not a beach body coach. I'm not endorsing their brand or recommending anything that they put out. But for me, Insanity, the Insanity program, is something that really, really works for me. Not only is it a very high cardio, high mental challenge workout regimen, but it also has some really good stretches that really target my IT band and the, I guess, muscles that run up and down the knee and the leg. So I've been doing that for about, I say, a week and a half now. By the time I finish that program, 3 days later, I will start the Appalachian Trail. So it's going to end in a pretty good point. It's not exactly what I wanted to do as far as workout programs on, for the trail goes this year. I wanted to kind of make it a little bit more intense and do a 4-month workout, but I had to be mindful of my injuries so I don't, conk out early on the Appalachian Trail, because my goal is to finish. My goal is not to tap out. So as far as the mental game, we've covered the physical side, so let's get to the mental side of things. The Insanity program, going back there again, it's a very big mental game, and I can't stress this enough. For anyone that's actually done it, it really forces you to keep going for that extra minute or that extra 30 seconds, whatever you can handle. And it really is good mentally to be able to think, okay, I only have this much further to go. You don't get a lot of breaks. It's only about 45 minutes to 50 minutes. It's not that long of a workout, in my opinion. And the first week is really the hardest part about that workout, just because it's so hard and your body's not used to training like that. So after I'm done with my Insanity workout, what I'll do is I will roll out my leg with a foam roller. I got it $5 at Five Below. It works about perfectly fine. Roll my tendons out. Anything that really hurts me or is bothering me, I roll them out, and then I go straight to my IT band rehab routine. Now, I only do the ITB rehab routine every other day because I want to let my muscles, kind of heal up before I torture them again and get them ready to go. Now, one final thing that I have been doing, and I think this is going to help the mental game a little bit more. I don't really know. It's a lot of fun for me because I like challenges. I really, really do enjoy challenges, which is something I'm really looking forward to, the challenge of hiking the entire Appalachian Trail. But I've been using my pull-up bar to kind of just, dead hang, whatever you want to call it. So you just wrap your arms around the pull-up bar and you just hang there. And I go from anywhere to 2 to 3 minutes I've only made 3 minutes once, and that was yesterday, which I was really surprised about, and you can see it right here. And I just was lucky enough to actually film it. So yeah, 3 minutes is really, really tough on your body, and it just, like I said, it forces you to hold out. It forces you to hold on. Anything that I can do with my my mind capacity, my mental game on the trail is going to be a plus. So another thing I wanted to talk about is making yourself a little uncomfortable. And I think this advice is good for anyone that's going to be hiking a long distance trail, because it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows all the time. You're not going to have the greatest time of your life. I know that I'm going to be uncomfortable. So for about a week or so, and I'm not doing it anymore just because it's really, really cold outside, but I should. I've left all my clothes outside that I was going to wear, just on the front porch. So they kind of just, freeze. I mean, it's been 20, 30 degrees outside, and I just put them on cold. So I don't warm them up or anything. And it's the most miserable feeling in the world to put on cold clothes, cold shoes, cold socks. But, it kind of helps me, because that's what's going to happen the first 2 months while out on the Appalachian Trail. Granted, I will probably warm up my clothes and my quilt before I step out, but just taking away the comfort of putting on nice warm clothes out of the dryer or whatever you want to do in the morning, it gets you that much closer to being able to realize that you are going to be uncomfortable out there. And that's what I'm trying to do. So that is my training for the Appalachian Trail. I'm really, really into Beachbody's Insanity program with Shaun T. I know it works. It worked out great on the Superior Hiking Trail. I know that program works for me. I'm going to continue to do it. I am also going to be going out on hikes as it gets closer and closer to my start date of February 23rd. So not going to skimp on the hikes, but I do want to get probably another month on my knee to really, really strengthen up, heal up. It's been going good. I don't want to worry anybody. I'm not worried about it myself, about when I step on the trail. Just want to make sure 100% that this thing is healed up perfectly before I step on the trail. So lots of hikes coming up soon in very cold weather, hopefully. Some shakedown camps to get my temperature rating, my survival rating on those 2 quilts that I'm bringing. And the next video, we're going to be starting to talk about what gear I'm going to be bringing on the trail. So I'm very, very much looking forward to filming that for everyone. If anyone has any questions up to this point, feel free to leave a comment below. For anyone that wants to set up Trail Magic or be a trail angel, I have a specific email address for this reason, and that is frozenhikes@gmail.com. You can follow me here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at frozensoutdooradventures. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you in the next one. We'll start talking about the gear. Thanks everybody.